Hello, this is Susan Morris, and this is my Bulldog story. I started out as a young person just loving art, and especially music is probably my first love. When I was 6 years old, the Beatles came. My dad's side of the family, they were like country before there was something like country. I guess it was bluegrass. So he got me a little cheap little guitar, and I started playing. And then when we moved to New Jersey from Illinois, that's when I discovered the world of music and jazz and classical music, and I started playing bass. And that's when things took off for me. When I was about 14, I got a live album by Carmen McRae. It just changed my life. She was gutsy and bawdy and loud and brilliant and sang with so much both feeling in terms of, like meaningful feeling, but also humor, and she's just very bossy. She influenced me musically and as a person. After I'd gotten away from music and gotten here and worked, I started meeting more and more people that were getting back to it. Started to try to play bass again, but I have physical limitations. So I started singing after neck surgery.
Just one of those things, just one of those crazy flings, one of those bells that now and then rings.
I play with amazing musicians who are professional, amazing. I said amazing twice, but it's a good word for it. But you try to be practical. I've been teaching since 1979. I mostly teach film courses, Eastern religions. My degrees are in literature and philosophy. Through the years, I have come back to art. And so rather than it being just about the practical matters, I'm also, when I see a kid that's a little different, it's got the blue hair or has, the skateboard or whatever, I want to encourage that, and I want to come off anyway as someone who is supportive of difference, supportive of open-mindedness, someone who can affirm that, the journey to find out who you are and to figure out what kind of life you want to lead is kind of exciting, and to embrace it. I try to bring humor in and also just kind of be a person that doesn't seem intimidating. So I hope that they come away with the sense that it's okay to question things. It's okay to question me. I'm just interested in, what can we learn? In what ways can we support young people in really developing themselves? But I also spent over a decade working in the Jim Crow Museum and issues around race especially, but also race and gender. I would be happier as a person if I lived somewhere where there is a large diversity of people. And whenever I get frustrated about that, I say, yeah, but I teach about race, and I teach about gender, and I teach about culture. And so being in a place that's predominantly white, I think, okay, that's where I probably should be. I'd love to continue being a person on campus that advocates for equality and for just the appreciation of different kinds of people. You have choices, you have the right to be who you are, and whatever your background is, or your race, or your religion, or all of that, take pride in it. Contribute to the world through who you are.